Hey everyone, how you all keeping today? This is Peter, also known as AP, and a warm welcome to the latest upload onto the channel Tug of Bricks, and this is where all the fun is at. And today I'm going to be talking about Lego boat motors. Now, the one in front of me is from 1987, and I thought I'd explain something. You see on the bottom of this boat here, this has a notch where you can attach one of these motors, and this one is based on the model of the Mabuchi S-2 marine motor, although these ones are not made by Mabuchi. These are a bit newer, and the details are as follows. And here it just uses one AA battery, and it says a tough waterproof case with a low current drain system, so it will make the battery last longer, which adds more fun to running your Lego boats in the water, and we will be demonstrating it in the video. Now if I just turn this around, it just shows you how to put the battery in, polarity and all that, and I won't need to crack this one open. I've got a total of 4 of these because these will fit all the Lego boats from 1987 right up to around 1996. And just to show for the record, this won't be covered until around September, as I have a special theme, but this is a 1997 boat, and this has the same notch of which you can put the same motor like this onto the underside. Now, just for the record, I will demonstrate this with another boat as well. It's also compatible with the 1991 boat, so if you have any of these older Lego boats with the notch underneath, you just, as long as it has this notch, you can use it. Also, I just want to show something else as well. The set does come with a mount and a sucker, but unfortunately this does not work with the newer Lego boats, such as the 2023 Fireboat. And again, this will be another build I'll have coming quite later this year, but it doesn't work on this one either, as there's nowhere for it to grip, and this area is too small, so you can't use the mount and you can't use the motor with this either. So for the time being, you can only use it on this type of hull, and you can use it on any of the 40, 20, 21 and 22, as well as the 4030, that's the 1987 container ship, and the 4031 fireboat. So any boats that have this notch you'll be okay with, and that includes mock builds as well. So, simple case. As you know, I do these tutorials off the cuff, so you just pop the AA battery into the battery box. It makes a nice solid watertight, which is very important, seal around the battery, and you just turn it. In fact, just turn it this way, and there you go. Doesn't make a lot of noise. It's quite running, so we can turn it that way just to shut it down, and then turn it back again to turn it on, then turn it that way to turn it off. And one thing with these marine motors, you can adjust the rudder left and right just to make the boat go round and round. And I think what we will do, just to show 2 different boats, we'll do this one, and we'll disconnect the shark off this one. So we'll show these 2 boats in the water, and they'll just be going round and round, because I don't have much space to demonstrate the full potential of this motor yet, as I don't have a paddling pool, but that will be changing in the future. And I will do more Lego boat motor coverage subjects later on, and I will demonstrate these motors again on the larger boats just to show them in action, as a lot of fun can be had with these. So okay, we've got the motor all set up. let's mount the camera near the Walter and we can see the actions in person. Okay everyone, I'm just going to reach over and grab the boat. Now I just want to show you something, what we've done here. Once my arm's out of the way, I've popped the motor on board, and here what we can do with the rudder, just so it goes round and round. As I did mention, I don't have really much of a space other than just this bog standard washing up bowl just to do the water demonstration in, but it just shows that you can have a ton of fun with these motors. So what we'll now do, we'll turn this on, there we are, and then we'll just steer that rudder just so it goes round and round. Let's get that in the water, and there we go. It's just gone round and round and round. I'm afraid that's all I could demonstrate for this simple setup. I don't really have anything larger to demonstrate, but it just proves that these older Lego boats can actually float on water, and it does go round. So I'm just going to grab this for a second so we can steer it a bit more, and just so it doesn't spray the water at the camera, I'm just trying to get this to go round, and in fact I think that's actually worse than before. So we'll put the rudder straight, so we'll just have it so it's just leaning off the, there we are, there we go, there's the boat just going round and round. Okay, it's not really ideal, but we'll try one more time, and we'll just steer the rudder nice and tight, hard to the right, just so that it can steer round like so. That's better. That's the best I can do in this kind of situation. It's not really ideal, but it does prove a point though, doesn't it? That you can have some fun with these simple marine motors, and obviously I'd recommend using something like a swimming pool and a paddling pool. But it does show one thing, the motor is quite nice and quiet. It's not too loud, it's not really stressing out as much, and I have not removed the weight from the hull of the boat, which might explain why Lego suggests doing that, because the motor is quite weighty at the back, and probably should have put a bit of weight at the front, but there we go. Right, just demonstrated that nicely with the fishing boat, so we'll now move on to the police boat from 1987. Right, just to continue with the demonstration with the same motor, I'm just going to use this police boat for the benefit of this demonstration, as I demonstrated with the fishing boat in the other part. So we'll just add some power to the motor, and we'll lower this into the water to straighten up these headlights just so they look nice and presentable, and there we go. Okay, this one is the 1987 version. It is staying more upright than the 1991 version for whatever reason, but it does right itself every so often. But obviously a simple washing up bowl like this is not really ideal, because it's just not enough room to really demonstrate the full potential of these kind of boats. But I have to admit, it is great fun to have these motors running, and I'm not sure if the Playmobil motors are compatible with the newer Lego boats or not, as I do have some of them coming up, but I do have a Maritime May event coming during that month of May, and you will see these boats in Lego build videos, so stay tuned for that. And there we are. It's a simple test bed just to see if the motor all works, and I'm pleased to say it works perfectly fine, and there is some great fun to be had with these older Lego boats. Now personally, I would have liked to have seen Lego bring back the mounts where we can add motors to the newer Lego boats, as you can see there. In fact, this one is cornering reasonably well, but it does get stuck, but with enough persuasion it will right itself. But I would recommend probably something larger, like a swimming pool or even a paddling pool, as you'll get full potential out of that. But anyway, not bad for 1987 and 1991 when these boats were in the Lego range. And I would love to see Lego bring back some of the functionality of the ability to add a motor, as these motors are brand new that I bought, and they kind of use the same setup as the original Mabuchi S-2 motors that I had back in the 1980s, and I bought those motors brand new earlier in the year. So they are still available, and they just clip onto most undersides of the boat holes and stuff. And just like I said, if Playmobil are doing their own range of motors where they can motorise their boats, I think it'd be a good idea for Lego to bring back something similar to their range of boats, because I have to say, I absolutely love Lego boats, and they are a bundle of fun to be had. And just like I said earlier in this video, I will do more of motor demonstrations with the larger boats, but there's absolutely no way one of those larger boats would fit in a small washing up bowl like this. So I just like to do this just to demonstrate, and I will also demonstrate floating boats of other types in this bowl of water as well, as then it's just a test bed, nothing fancy, but it does the job. That's just the way it is for me. Anyway, I think we've seen enough of that, and I've really enjoyed talking to you. As besides my usual weekly Lego builds, I like to do things like demonstrations of what extra fun can be had with Lego, with motors and stuff. Like, as you know, putting motors on these boats can be great fun, and this video has been quite fun, to be quite frankly honest with you folks. But anyway, I think we'll leave it there, and as always, keep enjoying Lego, stay positive, look after yourselves, look after each other, all the very best, stay positive, and I will see you in another upload coming soon. So I'm going to stop the video once we get the front of the boat facing us.